Shalom. First off, let's start by saying all praise goes to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh.
Double honor to the apostles and elders of the millstone. Citation Akamate pushing this word. And also sitting honor to the hopeful elect. The number we all try to be a part of. Number the Korah Allah.
Kassad.
Parathum.
Through the spirit, we're going to do a quick lesson. It's a lot going on today. Dealing with prophecy. Alright, and so we're just gonna go into it and see where the spirit takes us. So we'll start Matthew 24:3.
Alright, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. And it says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying,
that's Yahushua, the one who called Jesus Christ. Right.
It says, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world?
Right. What shall be the sign of thy coming in the world, going into the end of an age or a rulership? All right. And right now, who's in rulership? Esau. Okay. So-called white man. All right. And basically, the disciples want to know what is going to be the end, which we lived in the end, right?
It says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you.
Yeah, because it been the end back then, man. When Yahushua first came on the scene, it was the beginning of the end. All right. Now, to us, it might seem like things are moving slow, but the scriptures do say a 1,000 days is a
1,000 years.
1,000 years.
A day to the Lord is 1,000 years.
A day to the Lord is 1,000 years. The water. All right. So it may seem like things are moving slow to us, but in all actuality, these prophecies are coming to pass.
It says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many.
Right, and that happens a lot, man. All right, first of all, mainly you have the so-called white man. All right, you have this guy Caesar Borgias that came during the time of the Renaissance and basically fooled the world into believing that the Lord Yahushua is basically a Edomite, a so-called white man. All right, and deceived many. And you have other men that came and deceived men. And you have even men today that's deceiving men into believing that they're the Lord is dealing with them, or they're heaven sent, and they're being deceived. So we see these things happening.
Yeah, guys calling themselves the comforter,
No more, brother.
Yeah, it goes on to say, all right, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled.
And that's happening right now, right? Because one of the main prophecies is that World War III, all right? And that's dealing with Iran, that's dealing with North Korea, Russia, America, which America is going to be destroyed, all right, and other countries. So we're hearing of wars, rumors of wars. Just last year, you had a dude from Iran, Soleimani, the general, and he was assassinated, and that almost sparked off that World War III. But it wasn't time for that. All right, so that didn't happen. But it is going to happen. Don't get it twisted. All right, but we're moving in the Lord's time, not ours. These prophecies have to come to pass. You got it?
Yeah, quick precept. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1 says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Right. Everything is a season and a time to every purpose. Right.
I'm going to jump to the point. Verse 8, it says, a time to love and a time to hate, and a time of war and a time of peace.
That's right. So you got to know what time you're in, man. All right, now we're in the time of war. All right, the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, might want to be in a docile state. All right, but war has been declared on us. All right, war has been declared on us since the time of the Roman Empire, man. Okay, that's why we're being gunned down in the streets, put in prison, falsely accused, last hired, first fired, basically being on the bottom. All right, so we're in time of war, but who's gonna fight for us is the Most High and the Son, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, starting with the elect, right? That's basically on that, right?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, yeah. Speaking of war, we're talking about war, right? This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments ruled with blood."
And that's going into that ancient style fighting. You know, if you watch the movie Street 100, Troy, all right, you see them, the shields clashing, the swords, all right, people getting their limbs chopped off, all right, blood everywhere. You know, you kill somebody with the sword and the blood get on your garments, get on your face, you know.
It says, "But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire."
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire going into that Third World War. All right, those thermonuclear missiles that's being developed, it's not going to be in some type of museum or something, man.
Right.
Like Planet of the Apes. Those things are going to be shot off and they're going to be used.
Yeah. Since you said that, I'll finish that. I got something.
Oh, that's it, but I have something else.
I gotta bring it up.
This is Isaiah 24, verse 20. It says, "The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage."
Got it.
Yeah, that's right, man. And that's how it's going to go down, man. Like, people think a nuclear war is out of the possibility, man. But you got to understand, man, all these nations have been stockpiling nuclear weapons, man. All right, the scriptures speak about what? The weak have become strong, man. And that's speaking about all these smaller nations, all right? They strapped. They got these nuclear weapons, man. And they're going to let it off, man. All right? And when they let it off, they're going to let it off primarily to America, all right? And the earth is going to wheel to and fro like a drunkard, man. All right? It says, "And the transgression therefore shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again," man. And America is a wicked place, man. And this is the fate of America, man. It's going to get wiped off of the face of the earth, all right? And it's not going to rise again, man. All right? People have all their faith in America. Well, 10 years down the line, I'm going to do this. 30 years down the line, I'm going to do that. I had a family member. I told him, shit, America is going to get messed up out here. He straight up told me in my face, he said, "That could never happen." But a dead, he was dead ass about it. Like, yo, that could never happen. Guess what, man? America's going to get destroyed off the face of the earth, and it's never going to rise again, man. And when we just say, not just America, all right, we speaking about these Edomites, man, the so-called white man, all right? We in the last days of his reign, man. All right?
And that's why you have, people wanting to know when things are going to go back to normal.
Right.
But there's been reports saying that the new estimate for things to go back to normal, quote unquote, is 7 years from now. Okay, and that's the pride of these heathens, beginning with the nation of Edom, because like the scriptures say in the book of Psalms, chapter 49, verse 11. All right, they think that the inward thought is what, that their society shall continue for generation to generation.
The house shall continue forever.
They think that they're never going to come out of power. Okay, but they don't understand that this place is so wicked, man. Just look at the state of the world, man. All right, I was, meditating on a lot of things, man, and kids are not going to school. Why the Most High remove these kids out of school? Because what are they trying to push in school? The LGBTQ agenda. You got people like Lil Nas X, getting breast and all that, being androgynous. You got a WWE, WWE superstar, if you will. He came out as transgender. Okay, so this is what's going on in the world, man. Okay, and this is why the Lord is going to destroy this place. Okay, I have a scripture. Since we was talking about the nuclear missiles, this is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 7, it says, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. Okay? Yeah. Will you turn back an arrow that is shot of a strong archer? All right? And we know that the ancient world bow and arrow was a very powerful instrument of war. Okay? And the modern day bow and arrow is what? The intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay? Once the missiles are shot, you can't turn it back. Okay? And as we always say, and as the scriptures say, all right, those are the weapons of the Most High. So the Most High's spirit is going to be in those nuclear missiles.
That's right.
Okay? And he's going to guide them to where they need to go.
That's right.
All right? And it's all prophecy.
I got you with
Oh, you got a scripture?
no, I was reading for you.
Oh,
Second Ezra 16 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Says the mighty Lord send the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?
yeah. And what's the ultimate plague? We can read Zechariah 14 and 12. It tells you that that plague is going to lead to people's flesh being consumed away. Okay? And what instrument, what object can cause that to happen? All right, when you do process of elimination, it has to be talking about nuclear destruction. Okay? That's why you see commercials going into destruction, like the Super Bowl commercial. You know, you had Tracy Morgan, all right,
Again.
with the UFOs, because that's another aspect of destruction. The UFOs shooting laser beams. Okay, you had Tracy Morgan in the commercial, you know, with the chariots, and they was destroying and shooting laser beams. Okay, then you got the intercontinental ballistic missiles. All right, they're gonna cause people's flesh to consume away, melt away. That's what the Lord says He's gonna melt 2/3 of His people, because you got 2/3 of our people, they're wicked. You know, you got guys like Lil Uzi Vert talking about getting a brain chip implant, getting a diamond engraved in his skull. Okay, guys like Lil Nas X, you know. Yeah, bro.
Right. It says, verse 9, a fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it?
Mm-hmm. And just like Yahushua said, man, I come to set a fire upon the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled? Because the fire is going to be burning long before the Lord gets here. Okay? Because before the Lord even returns, it's going to be chaos. It's going to be fire everywhere, man. Dead bodies everywhere. Okay? And we can see it's not out of the realm of possibility being in 2021 in the month of February. Look at the state of the world, man. Okay? You know, a little longer in this society, you can see this place, the dollar collapsing. Okay? Shortages of food. All right? You can't put it past this place, man. It's very likely to happen, and it will happen because it's prophecy.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear?
Mhm.
He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid?
Mm-hmm.
The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence?
Yeah, that's pretty much the point, you know, because ultimately this is all the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. The Most High is bringing the judgment.
Yeah.
This is His doing. All right, He's bringing the judgment upon all flesh. That's the day of the Lord. Okay, because we're approaching the times the kingdom of heaven is at hand. All right, and in order for the kingdom of heaven to be established, all wickedness has to be purged out. That's why when you read 1 Corinthians 6 and 9, as a matter of fact, can somebody get that real quick?
What's that?
1 Corinthians 6 and 9. Because in order to inherit the kingdom of heaven, all wickedness got to be destroyed. And this place is a sinful kingdom. You know, the law, statutes, commandments is not being administered here. The Most High, like it says in Revelation 11 and 8, the Most High's image has been crucified, and his ways have been, you know, X'd out.
Yeah. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9. It says, know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High?
Yeah, so that already excludes the wicked, because they are the wicked. And the Most High does not deal with the wicked. We know that the wicked is who? The nation of Edom. All right, but you have 2/3 of our people, all right, they're sons of Belial, man. And they are wicked themselves. And they trust in the devil. They trust in the Edomites. Okay? And they're not going to enter into the kingdom of heaven, man. Because they refuse to repent. Okay? And the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of heaven. To do that which is right is to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Which only the elect will do that to the best of their ability and fear the Lord. Yeah.
Right. It says, be not deceived. Neither fornicate.
Be not deceived.
Yeah.
All right, because there's a lot of false prophets out here. All right, there's a lot of deceptions out here. There's a lot of what's the word? Seducing spirits. Mm-hmm. Okay, doctrines of devils. All right, yeah.
It said, be not deceived. Neither fornicators.
Yeah, what is it? What's a fornicator? All right, there's 2 types of fornication. All right, you can spiritually fornicate, which is worshiping idols. Worshiping false gods. Okay, and then you can physically fornicate, which is, sleeping with a woman that's married. Or a woman, committing adultery on her husband, going to sleep with another man outside of her husband. Got it?
Right? It says, be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate.
Effeminate. When you look up the word effeminate, it goes into doing that which pertains to a woman. Okay? Which is what our people are doing in this time. Because a lot of our people, they grew up without a father figure. Mm-hmm. They don't have a father in the house. A lot of them were raised by their mother. So a lot of them are effeminate. They're driven by their emotions. They don't use logic. Mm-hmm. Okay? Their personality, their reactions to certain situations is based off of effeminate energy.
Yeah, and so like a feminine spirit also is, that spirit of unbelief, man. Mm-hmm. All right, and that's what it is with a lot of our people, man. All right, we tell them, listen, we're the chosen ones of Israel. The Lord is coming back for us. He's coming back to destroy 2/3. Etc. and so on, man, and they got a feminine spirit of that's a spirit of unbelief, man. All right,
which a man is supposed to be like that,
Right.
According to the scriptures, and one thing, according to the scripture, you're supposed to grow your beard. Yeah. A beard is known as a badge of manly dignity. Mm-hmm. All right, and these men, you tell the man grows a beard, he look at you like, grow your beard. You looking crazy, man. You gotta cut that off. You gotta get a shape up. You gotta line up your eyebrows. You gotta paint your nail polish. You know what I mean? All that's the feminine spirit. Wearing these tight jeans, trying to look fancy, trying to look.
Right.
Man, we supposed to be built for war, man.
Yeah, a man's supposed to have a spirit of like, you're supposed to be rough. Like, you rough around the edges. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of spirit you really supposed to be in, man.
And you get your hands dirty.
That's what it is. Yep.
Yeah. And a lot of these men got the spirit of these women on them. Yeah. Women lack faith. Okay. A lot of these dudes, man, they lack faith. Mm-hmm. They don't. Because like the brother said, a man's supposed to, he's supposed to be logical. He's supposed to be masculine. Yeah. He's supposed to have charisma. Confidence. Yeah.
Some type of rule over your spirit, because a lot of men are emotional, and that's what leads to a lot of death also. I don't keep that.
It says no abusive of themselves with mankind.
No abusers of themselves with mankind. Mm-hmm. All right, that's dealing with strange flesh, dealing with same sex. When the Lord told us in His law that in Leviticus 20:13 that's abomination. Okay, a man is supposed to be with a woman, and a woman is supposed to be with a man. Thus saith the scriptures. Thus saith nature. All right. And if you are doing these things, all right, you're going off, and you're not going to enter into the kingdom of heaven, man. All right. So that was it, Ray.
I mean,
I got some. I got a few more. You got something?
I got something.
Yeah, you got it.
It says Proverbs 11:21. Though a hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished.
That's right. So no hand join the hand. And what does that mean? You know, you got the wicked being in power, and then you have the Lord's people, which are the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, you want to join hand and with the devil, the nation of Edom, so-called white people. Okay, you know, and it goes as far as y'all selling your soul to get the crumbs off of Esau's table. Okay, so that you can get a little bit of comfortability. Okay, you do all types of immoral acts. Okay, you'll do things that lack integrity. You'll sell out your people. You know, like we was mentioning Lil Uzi Vert earlier. You know, he's talking about he's gonna get the brain chip implant. Okay, because that dude he's joined hand in hand with the enemy.
Hey, back up on that. The elder or Paul is bringing out, you know, sitting on Lil Uzi Vert. When you say his name, if you say his name fast, it actually said Lucifer.
It said Lucifer, yeah.
Yes. So you plainly he sold out, man. And here's the thing: you sell out for these riches, but not now. Esau starting to cash in on a lot of you niggas, man. Mm-hmm. You gotta play your part.
Yeah. Since you said that, I'm gonna get this for you. I got a scripture for you, brother. Matthew 16. This is Matthew chapter 16, verse 9. It says, so like here. Is it 16:9?
You mean 16:26?
16:26, yeah.
Yeah.
I got it, yeah.
Right.
It says Matthew chapter 16, verse 25. As a matter of fact, right. 25. It says, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it. Mm-hmm. And whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it.
And that's the thing. How you people save your life? Because a lot of Jake is tired of being in the ghettos, tired of not having no money when the rent's due. All right, tired of being in the slums and things like that. Tired of being on the bottom. They want to be on the top. They want to live life like how they see Esau living life. So of course they'll sell their souls, which is that's how they find life. All right. If you read it, what should I read it again?
Mm-hmm. Matthew 16, verse 25. It says, "For whosoever will save his life shall lose it."
Mm-hmm. Ultimately, you're gonna lose it. Mm-hmm. All right, by way of thermonuclear missiles, or you perish in some other destruction. All right, because you're not gonna make it on to those chariots. You're not gonna live by Yahweh and Yahweh. All right. If you go on, brother, you got it.
Yeah, let me add a point because you got Nick Cannon. Mm-hmm. You know what's the news on Nick Cannon? You know he apologized because he made him and Professor Griff, they was exposing the Amalekites. Yeah. You know these little hat people, gutter rats. Yeah. The bastards. He was exposing them, right? He came out to be an Israelite, Nick Cannon. But then when they shut him down, they blackballed him. Now he wants to apologize and, kiss ass. Mm-hmm. And now he got his Wild 'N Out show back. Because right. he made a public apology. And, that's just Esau trying to, keep him in order.
Yeah, made an example out of him.
Yeah. Even with that, that lets you know where his mindset is at, man. These dudes like that, they're not looking forward to the kingdom, man. All right? You got to give up whatever you got going on in this world, man. All right? The men over here, we give up whatever it is we had going on for this truth, man, for the greater good, man. But certain people, man, you might say something, but are you really committed, all right, to give everything up, man? You had them, they did literally emasculated Nick Cannon right in front of us, man. He talk what he talk, and next thing you know, he doing on his own show. He got to apologize. Now he's opening, and he got a whole... him and Tiffany Haddish, they got a Negro and Jewish alliance for the entertainment industry now. You know what I'm saying? He on TV apologizing all for what, man? For some Wild 'N Out money, man.
Then you got Kodak Black. He got out of jail. So what does he do? What is the first thing he do? He gets a tattoo of his lawyer's name.
Oh, right,
You know what I'm saying? Cohen.
Yeah.
Which is a
Leo
so-called
Cohen, right?
gutter rat name, right? It just shows you, man, the mind state of 2/3, man.
Yeah.
They totally love this world,
Right.
And they love money. They worship money.
Yeah.
You know.
But really, he branded himself, man. Because if you in captivity, your slave owner, they'll brand you with their initials.
Mm-hmm.
So Kodak basically bowed down to Esau, man. You know, that's some demonic shit to do, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They got more, right? They got more?
Yeah, there's more. It says, Matthew chapter 16, verse 25. It says, "For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it." It says, verse 26, "For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?"
And that's what it is, man. A lot of these people, these guys, man, they sold out, man. All right, they sold for riches, man. And it's not even anything major, man. It's nothing. It's not even close to what the Lord could provide you. All right, for doing this work, man. All right, you sell your soul for a couple $1 million. You can't say nothing when you say something. They embarrass you. They check you crazy. You know what I'm saying? Even Kodak Black, right there. He was talking. He's a Levite, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was going on when he was in prison, man?
Nobody wrote him. Nobody did anything about him.
Well, not only that, man. He was. Hey, bro. He wasn't in solitary confinement. He was all messed up in there, bro. All right. He was all messed up. He come out. I don't even. He come out. He supposedly lost a bunch of weight. He don't even look like the same person, man. All right. You know. So what is it worth? How's it go? What is it worth? What is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his soul, man? The answer is you're not profiting nothing, man. You're not profiting nothing, man. You're selling your soul to the wicked, man. All right. You gotta partake in these wicked rituals, man, and you got a better idea of the wickedness that's going on. All right. More than us, man, because you seen the things. You seen these things every day, man. All right.
Mm-hmm. That was it. I got another one. Right. It says, Luke chapter 6, verse 24. It says, "But woe unto you that are rich." Mm-hmm. You know, because when you read the scriptures, it tells you about a rich man's mentality.
Right.
All right. Just read the Apocrypha, the Ecclesiasticus. It tells you that their most of their time is what? Consumed on their riches. Mm-hmm. You know, they glory in the fruit of their riches. They're not worried about giving their mind to the law, to the word of the Most High. Okay? The scripture said the Most High chosen the poor in this world, rich in faith. Not saying that, a rich man can't make it, but it said a rich man shall hardly make it.
Yeah.
All right? Why? All right? Because, like it says right here, "But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation." Because you're not catching hell. All right? You're in security. You're in stability. Okay?
Yeah. Like the Mayweather, man. Big mansion, lake, cars for days. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna never have a day. Well, he don't have a day when he's hungry.
Yeah.
He got multiple women, multiple children. He's in his own kingdom. So he receives consolation along with you are the sellouts, man.
Yeah. It says, "Woe unto you that are full, for you shall hunger. Mm-hmm. Woe unto you that laugh now, for you shall mourn and weep. Woe unto you."
Yeah. And that's what's coming up right now, man. It's going to be a change of positions, man. Mm-hmm. All right. The people that's they laughing, they full right now, man. Hey, the days that's coming up right now, man. The scriptures speak about it. The Lord's servant shall eat, man. You didn't really say nobody else gonna eat. The Lord's servant shall eat, man. So it's gonna be a change of position, man. What the scriptures say, man. The meek shall inherit the earth, man. So those that are in lowly in position, which is the children of Israel, of course, you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. But first and foremost, man, the Lord willing, the elect, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So that's what it is, man. We're in a lowly position right now, man, but there's going to come a time where everything is just going to, boom, change real fast. All right?
And how many of these rich people is really going to become helps and take care of the men of the Lord and donate and, do something for the cause of the truth? Not many. And that's why the majority of them ain't going to make it.
I got something that more on it.
There's one more verse. It says, "Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets." But and this is heavy because, true men of the Lord, all right, the scriptures say they hate them that rebuketh at the gate. Okay? They hate him that speaketh uprightly. Him that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey to this world. Okay? And us here at Great Millstone, we're constantly scoffed and scorned at. What's people's favorite words? Oh, get a job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get a job.
That's crazy.
You guys are crazy. You got even other Israelite camps, man. They slander us. Talk shit. They don't want to deal with the scriptures, though.
Right.
Anything but the scriptures.
But people say these things. Oh, get a job. Well, this is our job. This is our job first and foremost. All right, doing what the Lord commanded us to do, man. All right, go out on the highways and byways and push this word and warn these people, man. All right, putting up our shows, man. This is our primary job. So we get our job, man. Hey, we doing our job. All right, you know what I'm saying? What's the second thing you said? You said I have to get a job.
It's crazy.
Yeah, the scripture, even that. Hey, man, we be foolish for Yahweh Shai. We be foolish for Yahweh Shai's sake, man. So all these things that they saying about us, man, you could just refute it in the scriptures, man. Oh, you looking crazy out there, you looking stupid. Yeah, we're going to look foolish for the Lord, man. All right? Yeah, it's cold outside. Yeah, you can't feel your hands. Whatever, man. Hey, man, whatever we're going through right now, man. Hey, man, the reward in the kingdom is going to be much, much greater, man. And roughly paraphrase it. Yeah, sorry.
And as time goes on, we start to look less and less bugged out. We start to look like, what we saying has some real value to it.
Right.
Right. Because, as you see the state of the world, people are not just walking by the camp talking shit like that. People are more so, in fear, hoping that we leave or go away. You got to preach this.
So Isaiah 30, start at 8. Now go, write it before them in the table, and note it in the book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. One of the prophecies. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. And that's basically what we're just speaking on, man. See, the nation of Israel, the so-called Native Americans, they're rebellious. All right? Right. Why is that? Because they want to, listen to Esau, listen to the world, before they listen to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. It says, therefore have I, it says that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. And this is what is going into the slander, when you guys are crazy, get a job, what you're talking about. All right, they don't want to hear the truth, man, because the truth hurts. All right, a lot of our people have to be destroyed. They have to die for their unbelief. It says, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. And that's why you have these other camps, like, for example, IURC. All right, with the followers and you got the followers, people. First of all, they have this. What's a seat? The seat.
501c3.
501c3, so they can receive certain benefits.
Tax exempt,
certain things like that. and they preach certain things, but certain things they can't really come out with, like the whole truth. One things that they pretty can't come out with is the name.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It says now go right. It says verse 8. Now go right before them. All right, Slack in verse 10. It said, "But say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit." And it started with our apostles and elders of the great millstone.
Mm-hmm.
That's that spirit that they come with, man. When start, you know, man, back out there on 34th, it was rough out there for the apostles and the brothers coming up because they had to deal with a lot of backlash, a lot of chaos, uproarings, and so on for bringing out the word.
Yep.
It said that this is verse 9. This is,
if I may say too, that's why we give double honors to our elders and apostles, great millstone, because they was in this doing this work when people wasn't listening, man. When this thing wasn't popular,
Mm-hmm.
You got it back.
It says verse 11, "Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us." All right,
Yeah, that's right,
mm-hmm.
man. So they don't want to hear about the Lord, man. They might just say it. Oh yeah, Jesus this, Jesus that, man. But guess what? When it comes down to it, man, our people they don't want to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability, man. All right, they don't want to take heed to these prophecies, man. All right, they just want to follow their own heart. They just want to do their own thing, man. All right, people like to say, well, just tell me the truth and tell me the truth. But as that movie say, yo, you can't handle the truth, man. All right.
Mm-hmm.
They want to hear the Lord come back and hug everybody, but no, man, that's not what the Lord saying. What the Lord is, what He a man of war, man. He coming back with a two-edged sword, man. All right. He said 2/3 of our people going to die, man. And that's how He coming back, man. Like, listen, man, you being warned. A lot of people don't want to hear these things, man.
One more verses. Isaiah 30:12. "Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Holy One of Israel, because he despised this word and trusted oppression and perverseness and stayed thereon." All right, oppression and perverseness. All right, who's oppressed daily? The nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, who are oppressors. Starting with Esau, the so-called white man, these other heathen nations.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, they trust in that oppression, man.
Mm-hmm.
They trust in the system, which is really oppressing our people. All right, that's why they go out there and vote. All right, that's why they wear their mask. They don't ask no questions. They move like sheeple. They just wear their mask, be law-abiding citizens. They don't, do. They're gonna take take the jab.
Yeah.
So that they can keep their jobs. Because they trust in oppression, man. All right? And when that mark of the beast is implemented, they're going to take that too. Because they trust in oppression.
And perverseness and stay thereon. Yeah, man. They pay no mind to the Lord's commands of the Bible. All right? So if your person tell you, listen, you can eat pork, shrimp, and lobster, it's a delicacy. This is what they're going to do. They're going to take their hard-earned money and try to buy the biggest lobster they could find. All right, and glorifying it, and things like that, man. And as your brother said, taking that jab, you definitely gonna take the jab, man. All right, and you're gonna take the big boy too, the mark. You're gonna take that Almighty microchip. All right, because you trust in oppression. It says, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking comes suddenly at an instant.
Yeah, that's right, man. And when all these calamities start happening, all right, when it get really real out there, man, these people are gonna be surprised, man, because guess what? It's gonna happen like this, man. All right, it's gonna happen like that, man. We in a time where what, man? The devil's gonna come down with great wrath, man, because he's gonna have a short time, man. All right. So you don't have the protection of your Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Hey, man, you're gonna be messed up in them days, man. You don't want to hear the prophets tell you the truth. You want to hear smooth things. So when shit get real, all right, it's gonna come in like an instant. You're like, yo, how the hell did all this happen? But guess what, man? The prophets was on the street warning you people about this for years. All right.
Yep. All right. Preacher. This is Luke chapter 9, verse 26. For whosoever shall be ashamed of me and of my words, because that's really what it all boils down to, man. You 2/3 of our people, man, y'all are ashamed of this truth, man. All right, y'all are ashamed of the Heavenly Father. Y'all hate the Heavenly Father, and y'all hate the Son of the Most High, man. Okay? It says, for whosoever shall be ashamed of me and of my words, of him shall the Son of Man be ashamed, when he shall come in his own glory and in his Father's and of the holy angels. Okay? So, since you want to be ashamed of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, you don't want to, especially you stragglers of the fence, all right? You just want to sit back and play it safe, all right? You know, guys like that, man, Yahweh Shai, man, when he returns, you know, you're gonna call upon him, and you know he gonna do you dirty, man. He gonna act like he don't know you. You know, you ain't gonna make it. You just gonna be destroyed because he gonna be ashamed of you, man.
Banished.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna be brought up in that fold. You know, you ain't gonna be, you know, because the elect is gonna be brought up in those chariots. All right, but then you're gonna have men that the Lord is gonna be ashamed of. All right, here I put my life on the line for you, and you ashamed of me. You know, so that's if that happened to you personally, you will feel ashamed of that person. You be ashamed of yourself. So imagine how the Lord is gonna come back, man. You know, he's gonna come back with vengeance.
That's it.
I got to have one more. We can start wrapping it up.
All right, let me get mine real quick. Proverbs 11 and 21. Though a hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
Yeah, that's right, man. So it says, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, man. So you join hand in hand with the way of the heathen. You join hand in hand with the way of the Edomite, these so-called white people. Guess what, man? You're not going to go unpunished, man. All right? Ain't no apology when the Lord makes his return. Ain't no sorry. Nah, man. Them days of repentance, you gotta be doing that right now, man. Because when the Lord makes his return, guess what, man? The time for talking is over. The time of talking it's gonna be been over. All right? The time of talking is gonna be been over even before the Lord makes his return.
Yeah, because time is talking is right now.
Yeah.
You know, the Most High is speaking through us. All right, believe it or not, because a lot of our people, they got a problem with people that look like them.
Yeah.
You know, telling them they going off. Okay, because they look at us the same way they look at themselves as just being niggas. You know, because of what Esau told you or Esau taught you. Okay, but they don't understand, man. Right now is the time to seek the Lord. Okay, and how do you seek the Lord? By hearing his word through a teacher. Okay, but there's going to come a time where the men of the Lord, they're not going to be on the streets. All right, and that time is nigh. Okay? I got one more. Since we're going into Israel, this is Revelation chapter 22 and verse 14. Revelation 22, verse 14, it says, blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. So it's all about doing the commandments, okay? So it's not just about hearing the word, it's about being a doer of the word, okay? And it says that they may have right to the tree of life. Yeah, because we're approaching the tree of life, which that's also synonymous with getting them new bodies, receiving that mortal body and that incorruption. All right, the kingdom of heaven. Okay, having the new covenant, which is having the law, statutes, commandments in our inward parts. That's what the reward is, man. That's what we out there, doing His work for. Toiling for, man.
That's right.
All right, that's the reward. Spiritual powers. Like it says, to him that overcometh, will I give power over the nations.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I precept also.
It says, and may enter in through the gates into the city, for without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. Okay, so without these commandments, in the eyes of the Most High, you're a dog, man. You're a beast. You're not considered a man. Because when you read Ecclesiastes 12 chapter, it tells you the duty of man is what? To fear the Most High and keep His commandments. If you're not doing that, you're no different from a heathen nation, man. And the scriptures tell you the sons of men are beasts. All right, so you're a dog, man. That's why Yahushua, He called other nations dogs, man. Okay?
I'll pick one. Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And when I first got the scripture, we was talking about this dude name, Wildin' Out dude, man. Nick Cannon, because he actually came out with the word. He came out with the truth. Listen, the Israelites, such and such, they're the devil. But then he had to calm down when he got threatened with his wealth. He had to calm down and humble himself. But here it is. Hey man, once you know this thing, you're supposed to come with it. It says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So that's all it took to really break Nick, But then you're gonna have men. Lord, we not those men, but you're gonna have men that's gonna break full under pressure. All right, such as people that might sell out, take the chip, denounce the name. All right, so we gotta endure on to the end and pray that the Lord have mercy on us and give us the strength to endure unto the end. Because when this man comes down with his wrath, all right, it's not. The scripture says it's gonna be a time that was never as before. So the level of wrath or destruction or evil that he's gonna bring, it's not gonna be something easy. So we have to pray that the Lord put the Spirit on us to push through.
Spiritual backing.
Con. That was it.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, with that, you want to say all praise goes to Yahweh, Hashem, all right, and the double all-star apostle, like elders, very millstone, and citation, I come out there pushing this word, sitting honesty. Shalom.
Shalom.